Sophie here. So today I have got information and natural remedies to help you with skin conditions such as eczema, psoriasis, inflamed broken skin, dermatitis, and even a poison ivy rash. So stay with me. Let's get started with some of these really debilitating skin conditions that I know so many of you suffer from. Psoriasis is a huge deal for a lot of people. Eczema is a huge deal. Then we get rosacea, all these inflammatory skin conditions. And so I just want to tell you what I have found. I've been digging around for a while and trying a number of different things and having people that I know who have these skin conditions try some of these products. And so I've been meaning to do this for a while, and I'm so excited to finally bring this information to you because I think it's super duper cool. They're actually products and information. So let's get started. Now, the first thing, as you will know, if you or anybody who you know and love has a skin condition such as psoriasis or eczema or broken inflamed skin, that you almost dread washing, because a hard soap and chlorinated water can be very, very harsh and drying. And then you watch that patch of psoriasis or eczema or whatever it is become even more inflamed. But we need to wash. So I have found a solution, and that is in the form of a soap. Now, this company came across my radar and I am beyond excited about them. So it is a line of soaps. I've got a whole box of them here that they sent me, the display case, if you like. Horse O' Peace is the name of the company. Links underneath the video. In fact, this whole thing smells so ridiculously good because I've got all these different scents in one tray here. But I just want to show you the intricacies of this soap. So basically, this is a family-run company. Love family-run companies. Husband and wife team who happen to have a load of goats that they treat, by the way, like they are children. These goats are beautifully treated. They roam around in the pasture, and they're even known apparently to be a little bit sassy. So, by the way, these soaps, and I want to be really upfront about this, they are cruelty-free, and this company does not test on animals. So let's get that out straight away, because I know a lot of you, including me, very, very concerned about that. That's the primary thing that I look for in a product. Now, goat milk, which is what the base of these are, they're very, very natural, these soaps, is actually really soothing, nourishing, and good for inflamed skin. So that as a base, before we even start with what they put in these, is really great. Remember that regular commercial and a lot of drugstore soaps contain foaming agents. Sometimes it's called SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate. These foaming agents really do not belong on anybody's skin. They're very drying, but particularly if you have these skin conditions that we've been talking about, you really want to avoid them. The other thing is just have a second thought about the chlorine in your water, in your shower or your bath, because chlorine is also extremely drying for the skin. So if you have such an inflammatory skin condition, you might want to consider changing your shower head and putting in a shower head that removes chlorine from the water, or if you can afford it, have a whole house water system put in. So change your soap, get the chlorine out of your water, and look at a goat milk soap, and I like this one by Horse O' Peace. Now I want to tell you a couple of particular ones that they have. So this one is called Pine Tar Soap, and Pine Tar Soap is particularly good for all of the aforementioned skin conditions. It actually smells really, I love the smell of it. It's quite a strong sort of piney smell, but it actually is a medicinal soap. I would call it a herbal medicinal soap. So very, very good, and I urge you to try this. And it's also a really affordable way for you to, bring something into your personal care routine that is likely to really help. Another soap that they have, if you want something a little more gentle and less medicinal smelling, is the Calendula Soap. This smells lovely. It's actually almost a sort of unscented smell. And calendula is a very soothing, calming herb or it's a flower actually, for any kind of super dry or inflammatory skin conditions. I also wanted to show you, because I think it's super interesting, they have a soap for poison ivy. So how cool is that? And then in this range, just because I love these guys so much, they have all these other soaps, and some of my favorites that I just want to point out. They have a tea tree and jojoba soap, which is a lovely one to have if you have any viruses abounding in your house, or you want a good antibacterial soap. And again, I don't like the regular antibacterial soaps that you can buy at the store, at the drugstore, because they're full of something called triclosan or triclosan, which is horrible for the environment and not great for your health either. So tea tree, jojoba, great way to go. I love the peppermint and rosemary, very invigorating. And they have patchouli, and they've got all kinds of different ones. You have to sort of check it out. And then this one I just noticed is their coffee scrub. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. And the coffee scrub, really good for cellulite. So you could mix and match, but very, very nice. And also they have a shea butter, and their shea butter cream is kind of interesting to me because I use a lot of shea butter, and I've talked about shea butter in a lot of my recipes, but typically shea butter is very, very hard in the jar at room temperature and almost difficult to get out of the container. But this shea butter is super duper creamy and soft, so really nice. And again, if you use the soaps for an inflammatory skin condition, on your arms, you have psoriasis, your legs, your neck, your face, wherever you have it, then you might just want to use this really gentle, clean, pure shea butter to moisturize, because you want to keep your skin really well moisturized. All right, so something else that I want to show you. Another remedy, herbal remedy, that has been proven to be extremely helpful with these inflammatory skin conditions is red clover. And I will put the link for this particular product underneath the video, so that is well worth trying. Now, obviously, always check with your doctor or your dermatologist first, because typically for these conditions you're going to be prescribed, if it's really bad, a cortisone or a steroid cream, which might immediately help in the short term, and you might go, oh my gosh, it's sort of getting rid of it. But there can be issues with that. There is some research to indicate that by using these creams you're basically exacerbating future outbreaks to be more sort of recurrent. But anyway, for me, I always like to go the more natural route when possible. Now I want to show you one more thing. There's a lot of research for Oregon grape root extract. This is a tincture right here, link underneath the video, and there's been some very interesting research with this, with great results, specifically for psoriasis. Now this herb you can take internally and you can use it topically. Now you'll have to read the directions very carefully on the bottle to see the dilution. Typically with these tinctures you'll put a few drops in a glass of water and that's how you'll take it. Again, please, if you're taking anything internally, check with your healthcare provider first. Very important, because I wouldn't want any of the herbals that I recommend to interfere with any medications you might be taking. So it's very, very important. So yes, it can be taken internally, but also what I tried with this, with somebody close to me who had a really bad outbreak of psoriasis, was that you'll get a regular balm or cream. You could even, for instance, take the horsepiece shea butter and you can put a few dropperfuls in it and mix it up into your existing cream and then apply it. Or if you didn't want to put it in your whole cream, you could take a little dollop of cream out in your hand, then put a few drops of the Oregon grape root, mix it up and then apply. And the final thing, if you're still with me guys, that I want to say is that if you have any of these inflammatory skin conditions, there's just a couple of supplements that you just want to sort of check box that you are taking. One is make sure that you're taking really good omega-3 fatty acids, probably in a supplement. So obviously you can get these from foods, and I talk a lot about that on my blog and in other videos. Subscribe please to my channel if you haven't already. But What I prefer, and I'll put the link to this underneath the video, is I recommend taking an algae, golden algae. No, you say, oh, algae. Some people say algae, some people say algae. I'm going to stick with algae because that's pretty sure what you say in America. Golden algae, and I think this is the cleanest, safest, most potent form of omega-3. My preference over fish oils. Whole nother video to explain why, but it just is. So that would be a really good supplement to take. Also, vitamin D is very important, and you might want to get your levels checked because some people naturally have pretty good levels of vitamin D, but most people are deficient, particularly if you're not supplementing and particularly if you're not getting a lot of sun. So D is important, omegas are important, and there's one more supplement that you might want to look into, is milk thistle. And milk thistle, you'll find at the health food store. It can come, I will put a link for one that I like under, but it can come in a pill, capsule form, or in a tincture like this. And you would take it every single day, you know, maybe for a month, then take a break and again. And what milk thistle is primarily known for is a cleanser, and it is a liver cleanser, and all of that plays into how your body deals with inflammation. But again, if it's something that you're taking internally, a herb, check with your doctor first. So I hope this information has been really helpful to you, and I hope you're not suffering too much. And do leave me questions. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can about anything that I've talked about today, and leave me comments. And I love your suggestions because you guys are leaving me lots of really great suggestions about other videos and things that you want to know and blah blah. So thank you for listening, thank you for being with me, and remember to stay really close also to my Facebook page. Again, link underneath, Gorgeously Green by Sophie Giuliano, because all my updates of my new YouTube videos and tons of information on this sort of stuff that I've talked about today, you're going to find on that page, so you'll want to like that page. I will see you next time. Bye guys.